Hey, Kyle. Just so you know, I'm getting married. I figured I should tell my brother.
Pardon me? Married? Why all of a sudden?
You know I've been going out with that doctor for some time, right? I wasn't even going to introduce you, but you had to show up at the restaurant. That was so embarrassing. That's the guy I'm marrying.
Oh, that guy, huh? The kind of serious-looking young guy? Wasn't his name Brandon or something like that?
Yeah, that's right.
I see. Well, thanks for telling me, and congratulations. I bet you're gonna get pretty busy preparing for the wedding and all.
Yeah, about that. You don't need to get involved in any of it, just so you know.
Excuse me? Yeah, well, preparations are usually done by the people getting married, so I've no intention of getting involved in any of that.
Yeah, not only that. You don't have to come to the wedding ceremony either.
Are you being serious? If you don't invite me, no other relative will be there. You okay with that?
No problem there. I'm inviting my parents, so no need for you to be there.
Parents? What are you... Wait, don't tell me.
That's right, my parents. The ones I was forcibly separated from when I was only 6 years old. Because of you. They heard from someone that I was getting married and came a long way just to see me.
I'm gonna have to stop you right there, Cindy. I know these people. They have no interest in you. They're only after Brandon's money. I'm sure that they will suck you dry.
But that's just your opinion. It all seems so one-sided.
You don't realize what kind of fraudsters they are. I told you about them hundreds of times. Don't you remember all that?
Yeah, but once I met them, they were so nice to me. They were tearful just seeing how much I'd grown up and matured. I bet you anything that after living apart for so long, they realized how they treated us and felt remorse.
That's how they play this game, Cindy. Don't you see? They're stringing you along, earning your trust until they get a hold of the money. It's all part of their master plan, and you're in the midst of it. When they come snooping around again, just be on guard. Don't obey their every request. Keep a distance and never trust them. You got that?
Do I really have to be satisfied with a high school dropout of a brother as a family? At least I have real parents. Some people don't even have that.
Please, don't be like that, Cindy.
Anyway, even if they were solely after his money, he's the son of a local doctor. He'll just take over the clinic one day. It's not as if he's some world-renowned heart specialist or anything. But the clinic does bring in a considerable amount, I suppose. And we could expand in the future. Even if they do milk us for some cash, we won't go bankrupt anytime soon. We're not that poor. We're on a completely different level from you, Kyle. Don't compare us to a high school dropout factory worker.
How could you say that? Do you really think I wanted to drop out of high school? I was an honor student. I had my eyes on college, but I had to escape that household and save you.
You make it sound as if you rescued me and took me far away. All we did was drive a few hours to Grandpa's place. At least we had a place to live. You really should have asked to finish high school. Grandpa was still alive by the time you started working at the factory. If you really wanted to, you could have finished school, no problem.
Grandpa wasn't exactly well off. He just barely supported himself, much less two grown kids. Cindy, this is final. Don't ever trust these guys. They will end up breaking your heart. Mark my words.
Excuse me?
I never told you this, Cindy. I thought it might leave you traumatized, but the reason I took you and escaped was because they were planning to sell you off to some guy to wipe their debt clean. You were only 6 years old at the time. I couldn't let that happen.
Are you serious?
It was only complete chance that I heard about their malicious intent. And that's when I contacted Grandpa for help.
Who was this guy I was supposedly being sold to?
All I can say is that if I hadn't taken you away, you wouldn't be here today. God knows where you would have ended up. I was only 15 at the time, just starting high school. Grandpa never complained and made all the arrangements to take custody of us. I heard he also got legal advice from the people down at Child Services. It took some time and effort, but he was finally able to take legal custody of us. One of the conditions was that I quit school and start making a living by working at this factory.
What a cock and bull story. Mom and Dad were super nice to me. They would never do such a thing. You're delusional, Kyle.
You're not gonna believe me, is that it? After all I've done for you.
Back to what we were talking about earlier. I'm going to invite Mom and Dad to the wedding. And I don't want you there. End of story. The wedding guests are all Brandon's friends and relatives. If you show up, a high school dropout, it'll be a catastrophe. Mom and Dad both finished high school, so no real problem there. It's just so embarrassing to have a high school dropout of a brother attend. You can understand that, right? Also, you don't have to show up when both of our parents meet for the first time, just as folks in mine. Just so you're aware, I told Brandon that my brother may disrupt the wedding because he's so incensed that you're a successful doctor. I warned him to be on the lookout for you.
You would go that far to keep me away, huh? Alright, Cindy. Have it your way. Just don't come crying to me later.
I never want to hear you say we're family ever again!
Right. That's your desire. I have nothing more to say. As for me, I don't want to be anywhere near those grifters.
Hey, Kyle. What's up, bro? Today's a big day. Finally getting married.
Yeah, right. I forgot all about it. Today was the day. Huh. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks.
What is it? Did you change your mind? You want me there after all?
Don't worry about that. No chance of that happening.
Well, that's a relief.
Come on, Kyle. Don't give me that. I bet you wish you were here.
No, that hasn't changed one bit. But after your rejection, I got to thinking. You're a grown woman now, and Brandon's not some kid. He's a doctor after all. Figured you guys can handle it. You guys can take responsibility for your own actions. No need for me to interfere. You know what? I decided to just think about my future and my own happiness going forward.
I have no idea what you're talking about. But I take it you have zero intention of crashing this wedding. I have your word, right?
Of course, I had no intention of crashing any party.
Well, that's a relief.
You done? I just got off the late shift. I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Nighty-night.
See ya.
Kyle, wake up! You have to help me. Kyle, please pick up! My wedding dress! What am I going to do? I had the dress order made! It's cost in excess of $10,000! They made off with the dress and all the rented jewelry! That necklace used real diamonds! They took everything of value! How could this happen? Please, Kyle! Please respond!
What the hell is this?
Oh, Kyle, finally! Where have you been, for God's sake?
I was sleeping. I told you I just finished my shift. I didn't want to be interrupted, so I turned the phone off.
Your sister is in trouble and you're sleeping? Are you out of your mind?
How was I supposed to know what's happening? Besides, it has nothing to do with me. So, you catch the thieves?
Excuse me?
Wasn't that line message this afternoon about some robbery at the wedding?
Yeah, right. It was a robbery, but it's more than that. It's about... How should I put this?
The hell are you trying to say? Is this some kind of prank?
The people who took the dress and all the jewelry... It was Mom and Dad!
Oh, wait. Back up, would you? You're saying it was those two?
Yeah, Mom and Dad. They came into the dressing room while I was getting ready. They stuffed everything into a big sack and took off.
Well, I definitely saw this coming.
How could my mother and father do this to their own daughter? When I met them, they were super nice. They got all misty-eyed when they saw how happy I was.
I told you that's how they got on your good side. Play to your emotions, the oldest con in the book. They keep this charade up, built your trust, and when the time comes, they pounce. How many times have I warned you, don't ever trust them? When they approach, always be super vigilant.
What's the use of telling me that now? What the hell am I going to do? They stole everything. I have nothing. My wedding is a total disaster.
Does that mean the wedding was canceled?
Not only that, the whole wedding, the whole marriage is finished.
What do you mean?
Brandon's parents said they don't want their son marrying someone brought up by thieves. So the whole thing was called off. The wedding, the engagement.
Probably know the answer to this, but here goes. Who's gonna pay for that order-made wedding dress?
Well, that... Brandon paid for the whole wedding.
Did you call the police?
Yeah, Brandon called them right away.
Okay, got it. So everything has been taken care of. I don't see what I can do.
Hold it. What? What do you mean by that? You're my brother! Your little sister is in trouble! And that's your response? And this is something our parents did. You're responsible too!
Hey, Cindy, have you already forgotten what you said?
Huh? Forget what?
You said you never wanted to hear that we are family ever again. You do remember that, right? That means we're not family, not brother and sister. No relation. That's what you wanted and I agreed. I have no obligation to help you, Cindy.
We don't have time to be arguing about this BS!
And what's more, I'm not part of your family anymore.
What are you talking about?
I told you some time back that I was dating the daughter of the factory owner. I married her recently and became a part of her family. I dropped my name and took hers. I'm part of their family now.
Pardon me, you're not...
It means I'm not part of their family. We all live together at her father's place.
I don't understand any of this. This is the first time I'm hearing about this.
Why do I even have to report to you? You're not even family. I have no obligation to you. You're a stranger.
But Kyle, I was...
Now that you know, hope you'll respect my wishes and not contact our family anymore.
Come on, Kyle. Your sister's in trouble. Help me out, would you?
You're the one who said you'd rather have your real parents than a high school dropout factory worker. Remember that? You're the one that ignored my warnings and invited those fraudsters into your life. I warned you 100 times never to trust those scoundrels. You're the one that wanted nothing to do with me. I wasn't in your league, you said. I was an embarrassment.
Please, Kyle, don't be like that.
You got yourself into this mess. Figure it out for yourself. My days of being your brother are over.
Please, Kyle, forgive me.
I'm sorry to say this, Cindy, but you no longer have a brother.
Please, you can't abandon me.
You better cut this short. We're getting ready to leave on holiday with the family. We won't be back for about a week. Goodbye, Cindy. Have a happy life.
You can't do this to me!
I was told later that my parents were eventually tracked down by the police. Apparently, they were trying to hawk the jewelry that they stole to a pawn shop downtown. It wasn't long before they were sentenced to prison. As for the wedding dress, that was sold immediately. Seems there was a buyer, all set up. That money was long gone. Obviously, the wedding could not continue and it was canceled. And as Cindy said, the marriage itself was terminated. My sister's just an average office worker with an average monthly salary. Highly unlikely that she could pay off the debt that she managed to create. But as she had invited many of her co-workers to the wedding, and who later learned that her parents were the culprits in this heist, she was too ashamed to continue working there. After a couple months, she was forced to resign out of humiliation. Friends told me she's currently working some part-time job downtown, apparently keeping a low profile. A lot has happened over the years, but I decided that what's important is my current family. I plan to focus on my own happiness going forward.
Wilson, why won't you pick up your phone? I've been trying to reach you.
I'm in a meeting right now. Can we chat instead?
Can you call me? It's really important.
I'm at work, honey. It can't be that important.
My mother is dead. I'm at the hospital now. Mom is dead.
My God, I'm so sorry. When did it happen?
About an hour ago.
Take heart, okay? She's in a better place now. Of that, I'm sure.
The pain she went through, with all the chemo and everything. At the end, she was only but a shadow of herself, and that broke my heart really badly.
I know, we're all sad for her. You have to look on the bright side, though. She won't need all that chemo now, will she? And she'll be as beautiful as ever right there in heaven.
Yeah, she was such a sweet soul. The only place she can end up is in heaven.
Honey, anything you need now, you just have to tell me. I'll get it for you, okay?
Wilson, I'm at my wit's end here. I need you here before I lose my mind. Can you come to the hospital? Please?
Come on, honey. You know I'm at work.
Your mother-in-law is dead. You can take some time off.
It's not that easy, and you know it.
Okay, at least let's talk on the phone. I'll call you now.
I can't talk. I told you I'm in a meeting.
Wilson, do you understand the pain I'm going through right now? I'm asking you to be there for me for once and support me through my grief.
I'll see you when I get home. I promise. Wipe your tears, honey. Everything will be fine. You'll see.
I can't believe this.
Don't worry. You'll be fine.
Honey, are you on break now?
Yeah, what's up?
Well, I'm just getting things ready for the next few days, and I'll be planning my mom's burial. I already have your stuff packed for when you'll be coming over to join me for the burial. There's also food in the refrigerator. I've prepared all the meals, so just microwave them and eat them when you're hungry.
Hope you made enough for me and my mom. You know she's coming over as well, right?
Yeah, I did. There's enough food in the refrigerator to last you both until you come to the burial.
Thank you, baby. You're the best. What is it?
It's just, I still don't see why you can't come along with me. You're my husband. You should be at my side in this trying time and help me cope with the grief. Instead, you have me doing laundry and cooking for you and your mom. I've not even had time to properly grieve my mom.
Oh my God, things don't always have to happen the way you want them to. That's life. We've already come to an agreement that is good for everyone. You go to your hometown now, and my mom and I will come in 3 days' time, a day before the burial. After the funeral, we leave at once.
But can't you stay longer? I know you have work, but you can ask for leave, can't you? I'm sure they'll grant it seeing as a family member died.
These guys are difficult people to deal with. A leave won't just come that easy, you know. Don't worry though, I've got this under control. You'll see me there. I promise.
Please, make sure you make it. It'll really help knowing that you're there for me.
I'm always with you, honey. Never forget that.
Thank you. I love you.
Love you too. Don't forget to pack up my socks, okay? You know it gets really chilly this time of year for me.
Yes, I know. Talk to you later. Wilson, the burial service has almost started. Where are you?
What time does it start?
In 10 minutes. We spoke yesterday. You promised you'd be here this morning. Now the burial is starting and you're still not here. What is going on, Wilson?
You won't like this.
What is it?
I won't be able to make it, honey. I'm at work right now.
What? Are you kidding me? This is my mother's funeral we're talking about, and you won't even be bothered to attend? How can you do this to me?
See, I'm sorry, okay? Stop being so strung up about it. I asked for a few days off a little too late, and there was no time for them to grant it.
I really think you just didn't want to come. You're only using your job as an excuse. I can't believe your employers won't allow you to get a few days off to attend the burial of a family member.
So, what now? You know my own job better than I do?
I'm just saying, you never liked my mom much, even when she was alive. You didn't visit her when she was suffering in the hospital. So, it makes sense that you don't want to go to her funeral.
You don't know anything, okay? Do you know how hard these things can be?
I'm not trying to argue with you. I just believe that you would be here with me if you really wanted to come. That's all.
Just relax. It'll be over soon, and when you're back, you'll forget I wasn't even there.
I have to go. The service has started.
Okay. Joyce, is everything over?
Yeah. Mother was laid to rest yesterday. I'm trying to rest a bit now, but it was a bit hectic for me.
Good. Come back home at once. The food you left for my mom and I has run out, and we need to eat.
What? I just buried my mother. How can you be telling me this now?
Come on, your mother's buried already. Are you gonna bury her twice? She's dead and gone. You're alive. So is my mother. Now come back and prepare food for us. I'm tired of eating microwave meals.
My God, you have no regard for me, do you? You failed to attend my mother's burial, and the second it's over, you want me to get on the road and cook for you?
Well, let's be honest here. Your mother would not want you to mourn forever, would she? You've done your part as her daughter. Your life should go on.
No, I'm not coming home just yet. I still have things to do.
Things? Well, like what? Can't someone else do it?
I'm her only daughter. It's only right that I should be the one to do these things. Besides, I still have to take care of her will.
Her will?
Yeah, this is just to follow due process. Everyone knows she left everything to me.
Everything? Like money?
Yeah, money, assets. My mom had a lot of it. And now they're all mine.
Wow, how come I didn't know that?
I didn't know either. Most of them were her investments, and I only found out after she died.
Wow, I see. You really need to be there. Don't let your cousins try to play a fast one on you. You know you can never trust these guys.
Don't worry, they wouldn't do anything of that sort.
Matter of fact, I'm coming over there right now. You need me there so you don't make a mistake.
Coming over? I thought you were at work.
I can ask for permission. It'll be fine. I'll just tell my boss I'm going for a family emergency.
Oh, so it's that easy? Why didn't you come to the burial then?
This is different.
Why? Because of money?
See, Joyce, we'll talk more about it when I get there. I'm leaving the office now. I'll see you in a few hours.
Don't bother. I don't need you here.
What? Are you sure?
Yes, stay at work. After all, you are too valuable to them.
It won't be a problem, I promise.
I have to go now. Talk to you later.
Okay, Joyce, but keep me in the loop, okay? Joyce? Hi, honey, how are you doing?
I'm good, Wilson. I thought you'd be working at this time.
Oh, I took a coffee break. I have to relax a bit, right?
Well, I guess. That's also why you bought yourself that luxury car, and your mom changed her entire wardrobe? You guys have been spending quite a lot. Did you get a raise that you haven't told me about?
A raise? Stop joking. You know what's happening.
I don't think I do.
Well, your mom's money, it's ours now, so we might as well spend it, right?
My mom's money? What do you mean by ours?
Well, isn't it obvious? It's time to split the inheritance you got from your mother.
Split? Why would I want to do that? My mom left it for me, and I'm not splitting it with anyone.
Don't start this again, Joyce. We're your family.
We? Wilson, what are you talking about?
Oh, my mom and I. You'll be splitting the money 3 ways. We're your family.
My God, I can't deal with this right now.
Yeah, I've let you relax for long enough, but it's been over a week now and your grieving period is over. It's time for you to do what's needed. Share this money between us. There are a lot of things that money would sort out.
Neither your hands nor your mother's will touch that money. Neither of you even bothered to grace her funeral, but suddenly you want to take her money. Have you no shame?
Just stop this, okay? After all, I wanted to come, but you told me not to.
You wanted to come after the burial, and you only changed your mind after you heard about the inheritance.
Still, you're just being petty. Share this money. I have to pay off the loan I used to get the car.
I'm sorry, but you'll have to figure that out yourself. You won't be paying off any loan with my mother's money. I have to go now. Talk to you later.
Joyce, just hold on. You don't have to split it equally. Mom and I can take 20% each. Joyce!
Joyce, what is this I'm hearing from Wilson?
I don't know. What did you hear?
You're refusing to share the money? How dare you? We're your family. We deserve a share of the inheritance.
No, June. You deserve nothing.
What are you going to use all that money for?
That's none of your business. You're not touching that money at all.
You can't do this. How will I pay for the clothes I bought?
How is that my business? I didn't send you to that shop any more than I sent Wilson to buy a car. I'm sorry, June, but this is on you.
This leaves me in debt. Do you know how long it will take me to pay it all back?
I'm sure you'll figure something out.
This is my money as well. Don't do this.
I have to get going now. I'm a little busy.
Joyce, love, can you please come back home?
No, I want nothing more to do with you.
I already told you I didn't mean what I said last night.
You and I know you meant every word of it. You threatened to divorce me if I didn't split the money. Was that supposed to intimidate me and make me cave? But I decided to divorce you instead. You'll be getting a call from my lawyer soon.
Joyce, please, let's talk about this. I know I messed up really badly earlier, but you have to understand, work was hectic, especially at that time of year.
Funny, but it was not hectic anymore when you suddenly heard about the inheritance. You didn't respect my mom in life and death. Why should I give you her money?
This is no longer about the money, Joyce. Just don't leave me, baby, please.
Too late. I'm not coming back to be with you.
But what about the loan? My mom's debt.
Didn't you just say this wasn't about the money? You really can't help yourself, can you?
Just stop being so stubborn and get this done.
Goodbye, Wilson. The next place we meet will be in a court to sign the divorce papers.
Joyce, I've not agreed to a divorce yet. Joyce!
I moved out of the house and got myself a nice duplex on the outskirts of the city. I used part of my mother's money to open up a business for myself, and the rest was placed in various investments, and I also helped out some charity organizations. After the divorce, I didn't hear much about Wilson and his mother, but last I heard, they were still scraping by to pay off their debts, and all I could think was, they deserve it. My heart is still open to love, and one day, I hope I'll get someone who will love me for who I am.